They're roaring back. Jurassic Park 3 with react attack sounds. They fight and roar like never before. Spinosaurus has a bone to pick with T-Rex. Dino damage. You can look for the mark of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 3. Dino sold separately.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the Slime Aid podcast. I am your host, Candy Jack and or Tiernan, whatever. I'm going to open my beverage here. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Derek.
Hi, I'm Dan Smith.
And I'm Brandon Brontosaurus Hebe.
That's not your real middle name.
Yeah, it's not called Brontosaurus anymore. Those don't exist.
What is
You know what? Fuck you.
Is it a Brachiosaurus now? I think it's Brachiosaurus. I'm not sure.
Might be.
No. I thought they... No, it is just one. Because for a minute, they thought it was two, and then they thought it was one, and they thought it was two again. And then now I think they think it's one again. Or I'm just making that up.
Is everybody
You're
following
probably
this?
just making it up.
No.
Cool. So if you haven't guessed, today's topic is dinosaurs.
Oh, dinosaurs.
I thought this topic was about cats.
Those are cool too.
Yeah, cats are great.
All right, this is a new podcast about cats.
Okay, this is the cat podcast.
Top 10 cats, go.
This is
Tabby,
This is a
Thunder.
stupid bit.
Thunder, cool cats.
We're supposed to write down little topics we can talk about, at least 3 things, and I didn't do that for this episode.
Oh,
God damn it.
I love that you asked us if we had.
You know what? You know why I asked you if you had? Because when you guys said, yeah, I wrote down a few things, I'm like, oh, thank God we got something. Because I didn't write down shit. To be fair, we've been planning this episode for a while. I have a few things in my head, so, it's good enough, right?
because I was just gonna wait to see what you were gonna say about them first, and just.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
Were
I could
we
start us
all-
off.
I was gonna ask, did we all grow up as dinosaur kids? Were we all like I know most boys like dinosaurs growing up, but did you have a I want to be a paleontologist phase? Because
Yes.
I had a I want to be a paleontologist phase.
Yeah.
I felt like it lasted longer than it should have, but it definitely went away.
Daniel, I'm so glad that you asked that question. Derek, hit the music. I'm going to need you guys to direct your view to the screen that I just shared. I've got a little PowerPoint for us all.
Oh.
This is my top 100 dinosaurs. Number 100, Pagomastax. He's this far down the list because his haircut looks stupid as fuck. He refuses to wash his balls, and he refers to himself as an alpha male. Does anybody have any thoughts about this dinosaur?
He looks stupid as fuck.
I have some
He's
thoughts
got
about where this
a-
podcast is going, but continue.
A bad
All
nose.
right. Number 2, Pachycephalosaurus.
Wait, is this
He's
good
bald.
to bad or bad to good?
It's bad to good.
Fuck you. Pachycephalosaurus is cooler than this.
Excuse me? He's bald. He has a weak-ass chin. And he pretends his girlfriend is from the Triassic period.
Yeah, but he can also fucking align his head with his spine and use it as a battering ram.
You know what? Let's see if we can all agree on this last one then. Tiernan-Saurus.
God damn.
500 years old, which is fucking gross. Tech, illiterate. And lost a testicle in a motorcycle accident. Worst of all, pretends to be a furry.
Yeah, and remember, kids, you have to go to fakespacefurries.com.net to find more.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
I think we can end this podcast.
I think
episode
that's
now.
I think that's all we need. I think that's all we need.
God damn it. Well, okay. Can we get back to what Dan was saying about the paleontologist thing?
Oh
If
my
we can,
god!
if we can recover from that.
I thought that they were pretty cool.
So, I actually remember, like, this is how kind of into it I was at one point. I was kind of, it's like half wanting to be paleontologist, half like archaeologist, because this was also when I was in my Indiana Jones phase, which was a big deal for me for a while. But I would like dig through the dirt and find any like fossils that I could, which there was a surprising amount in our yard at the time, and ended up finding like this really huge rock that just had like fossilized shells and things all in it. I would just like take like a paintbrush and like, act like I'm really doing some serious shit, you know, but I'm just really not doing anything, just brushing the dirt off of this thing. So yeah, I was definitely into that.
I was also, but it was more of like I would look for rocks.
Mhm.
Like I never did the digging aspect. I would go like the creek and I'd be like, "Oh, look at this rock! It has a fossil in it. Look at that!"
Right,
Or
yeah.
like, not like a fossil, but you know, like
It's
something
got, like,
in
a
the
little shell thing.
yeah.
Yeah, like, that's a fossil.
Yeah.
I did that too.
Yeah.
Is I've realized the thing with like earlier stages of kids, they either like dinosaurs or like just trucks and farm shit.
Well, I didn't like trucks or farm shit, so I guess I was the former.
I just like science in general as a kid.
Yeah, I think I was into sciencey stuff. It was neat.
I was obsessed with the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
The first two at the time, and
Yeah.
then the third one came out eventually. But I was so obsessed that I actually wore out a copy of the VHS of the original Jurassic Park. As someone who has not been diagnosed with autism
Yet.
yet, I
There's
think
still
that
time.
might have been. I think that might have been a sign that I may have autism. That, and I also did that to the movie Titanic.
Titanic?
Yeah, I liked watching the boat break.
You know how many times you have to watch that movie to wear a tape out?
It
It's
didn't
40
break.
hours
It didn't-
long.
It didn't completely fuck up. It just wasn't great.
He kept checking out the tits.
Yeah, that was it. Definitely.
Jurassic Park was also a big part of my youth. To date, I think nothing has beat the first movie within the series, at least from what I haven't watched all of the newer ones yet, I'll admit.
You're not
I haven't
missing
seen
much.
I haven't seen
They
the
aren't
last
great.
one.
I think the first Jurassic World was the most recent one that I've seen, and then I just kind of fell off.
I've seen the first Jurassic World, and then the second one after, the one that was after Jurassic World, and then I think there's only one more, but there's like they're kind of rebooting it again.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something. I haven't been
New
paying
one
much.
coming out with Scarlett Johansson.
ScarJo, she's gonna play Black Widow, but with dinosaurs.
Oh shit.
It looks pretty interesting. I'm not like I don't know if you guys have seen anything or heard anything about it.
I haven't heard much about it. I actually did not even know Scarlett Johansson was in that.
Yeah, I think she's the main character, but
She's playing
It's-
Dr. Grant.
yeah.
She's
So yeah, I
gonna
heard it.
she's gonna dress up like what's his name? Neil something. Oh, that would be
But
funny.
This is
Sam
Sam
the,
Neill.
Yeah, Sam Neill.
I'll say
His name. Sam Neill, Dr. Grant.
yeah. From what I can remember, it's like they're going to this other island that they kind of like the dinosaurs when they were like first starting off. The failed experiments they sent there
Yeah.
because they're like ugly.
So like what are these mutant dinosaurs?
Kinda. They're like ones that were either too dangerous or just they didn't think were gonna like look great and
Why-
the
why-
mess ups.
Why wouldn't they just kill them?
Because
Uh,
killing's wrong.
That's right, Brandon.
I
But
take a strong moral stance.
indiscriminately cloning animals that don't exist anymore is okay.
Trying
Yeah.
to make things right.
It's kind of like the child you don't like. You're just gonna be like, go to your room.
And
Why are
then
you gonna?
and then clone like 20 more of them.
Yeah, I'd be like, maybe the next one will be better.
But they
I-
never are.
I don't know if we can do human cloning yet, but maybe we can.
All right, so dinosaurs.
Yeah, you know what? One of my favorite topics we had on the last podcast was when we were talking about our favorite X-Men character. Because that was so fun and wonderful and not as depressing as when we were just bitching about the MCU, I thought, let's do a favorite dinosaur section.
Oh,
Who
like
wants to
pick our
start?
favorite.
Favorite dinosaur?
Yeah, that's what
Who's
I
your
meant.
favorite dinosaur, Derek?
Oh, like our actual favorite dinosaur. Or
Yeah,
like
no, your
Yeah.
favorite pretend dinosaur.
my favorite pretend dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Okay, what's your actual favorite dinosaur?
Dragon.
No.
Dragging these.
Got him.
Oh, but
This podcast started off just like really wholesome and cute.
did it?
And you guys, before you guys were involved, it really was. You dragged it through the dirt and
We've been
shat
here-
all over it.
We've
Hey.
been here the entire time. Don't you remember?
I made a presentation for this thing.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Not gonna lie. Today has given me ideas for the future.
Has
Just
it?
saying that. Yes, it has.
Anyway, can we just like focus a little bit? Derek, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Well, obviously it has to be the Velociraptor.
Okay, tell us why.
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh
Any good?
no, because they don't really show. Well, actually, I guess they do. In the third one, they like have the Velociraptors like chasing, like the gang because that idiot stole their eggs. And
Right,
you're
yeah.
Like, but I just like how smart they portray them in the movies.
That is kind of cool. I recently rewatched Jurassic Park 3, and I think that one's a little overhated. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I also like the third one a
Yeah.
little bit because of the Spinosaurus, because
Right.
how he like grabs the T-Rex head and like breaks his neck and like, oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and it's just a freaky, and just since we're on this topic, Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. So,
Okay.
and he's just like a freaky, it looks like a crocodile kind of like snout, just really freaky looking.
Yeah, it can swim
Yeah,
pretty damn well.
it's just a,
Paleontologists have also like changed the way they believe it looks. Like
yeah.
they change it every like 2 years.
Yeah,
They say the Spinosaurus looks different
and do you know the main reason for that?
Wokeness.
because it might have been super like fatty.
Well, the main reason is because, if my information is correct, they've barely found any specimens. Like,
That too.
I think only 2 have been discovered, and one of them got blown up during World War II because of the
I
goddamn
was about to say
Nazis.
that.
So, my favorite's the Triceratops.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was my second.
Shut up, Derek.
I really like that they have horns and they look just mean as shit, but also kind of cute.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, Dan.
Oh,
So my favorite is Stegosaurus. because they got the barbed tail and the cool spines, and they're just like little tiny dumb brains,
Yeah, I
size of a walnut.
think most dinosaurs had very small brains.
Oh, well, I think like a lot have, like when with the ones that we have skulls for, we know that they had small brains.
And since I guess it's kind of related to the YouTube channel, I'll just throw it out. Currently working on a dinosaur movie that's going to be like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. So not like a big movie or anything. But it is going to have a stegosaurus in it, which was your recommendation, if you recall, Dan.
Good.
Yeah. But it's funny, when I started writing the script for this, I changed it after you said stegosaurus. Like, okay, that's his favorite dinosaur. I'll put that in there. But guess what it was going to be before I changed it?
Spinosaurus, probably.
No, it's another herbivore.
Oh, Triceratops?
Yeah, it was going to be a triceratops.
I think that's like, I feel like that is the like go-to dinosaur for the vast majority of people for some reason.
Yeah, it's an icon. What can I say?
I don't like them.
Yeah, fuck that dinosaur.
Don't make me kick you out of this call.
It's going to be really weird if I get kicked out because this is my podcast. I'm the one recording this right now.
Well,
Gotcha.
me and Derek will record our own.
Oh,
Well,
That podcast
honestly,
will have
I'd love to
blackjack
listen to
hookers.
that. So what about toys? Because I feel like just sticking to the childhood memories of dinosaurs, that's another significant thing. Did anybody have any dinosaur toys?
oh my God! Did I?
Did you?
Derek
Like-
starts freaking out. Did I? Did I? Oh, what? Did I?
I guess the not Godzilla, but Zilla for like that really old.
The shitty
I had-
American remake?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I had one of those toys too that I loved so much. It was like 5 inches tall. It was pretty big. And it's not too big.
From
I
the,
loved
Uh,
that thing.
from the
I don't think
Godzilla
I had
movie?
that
Yeah.
because
Okay.
the thing I had was some. It was like a puppet where you could put your hand in it.
Oh,
like,
I used to have that
and-
too, actually.
yeah, it was like a.
Was it just the head?
It like
It was like the
It was-
head and the arms, kind of like the
Yeah.
waist up. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I had one of those.
yeah, because when you put your hand in it, it had like a on the top part where your middle finger was at. It had like a button, and it made the classic sound.
Oh,
of
you had the
of-
fancy version.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
because
I just
Derek
had,
grew
like-
up rich.
I
No,
just
I
had the
didn't.
rubber puppet one. Didn't have any.
Is that what you're talking about, Derek? I put it in general chat. That is the 1999 American Godzilla.
Yeah, they kind of just call it Zilla because it's just a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Oh.
I actually searched Zilla puppet.
That actually is the exact one I had.
Well, while you guys grew up with nice ones, this is what I grew up with. The Happy Meal
I had
toy
those.
from the Disney movie.
I had,
had those
too.
Had the one with the Carnosaurus. I think that's what that is. The meat eater with the spikes on its head. I had that puppet, and I think I had the number 4. I don't know what kind of animal or what kind of dinosaur that one is.
I believe I had 1 and 3.
I don't know which ones I had. I just know I had them because oh my god, that's
I had
I
the
used
amazing.
to watch the
Carnosaurus.
shit out of that film too.
I had 2, or I think it's called the Carnosaurus, and those spikes on its head, they fucking fell off, and I was so mad. Like they broke eventually.
Oh my god! You know what? I had some of those too. Actually, I had on the puppets. I had 1 and 2. 2 is obviously the objectively cooler one,
Yeah.
and then I also had
best.
number 8, the little figure, whatever that is.
It is strange. I feel like most people don't talk about this movie.
It's because it wasn't
I don't remember-
great.
I don't remember it being bad.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. You know what? This is probably very much a just me thing. I would have loved this movie if the dinosaurs didn't talk.
So do
Yeah,
you
I-
also hate Land Before Time?
What?
Do you also hate Land Before Time?
Well, that one's more visually appealing.
I could see that.
It's like you have to get the bonus points somewhere. Land Before Time is visually appealing. Dinosaurs is kind of ugly. It's sort of
It's the CGI.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it is very early CG as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
it's-
for a movie that old, it still looks pretty damn good.
It does. It does look good. But I think the problem is like you look at movies like Jurassic Park where they had the CGI and the models together and it looked amazing in 1993, and then you get to, I think that Dinosaurs movie came out in the early 2000s and it's full CGI and it looks good, but it kind of also looks bad. Like
yeah.
it looks worse than the stuff that we had from Jurassic Park in 1993.
Yeah, I'll just say if the dinosaurs didn't talk and it was more just their emotions and maybe put more emphasis on the prehistoric atmosphere. And again, this might just be me because my brain works a little differently. I just would have been more invested. When they start talking and it's like a computer animated thing, it just feels too much like this is a kid's movie, which it is, but
It is a kids movie. Yeah, I mean,
it's like I like kids movies and shows that don't make it so obvious. Like I loved the Batman the Animated Series, which is for kids, but it feels adult.
Because I know some other dinosaur toys I had, well, somewhat dinosaur toys. They were in the shapes of dinosaurs at some point, but was Transformers Dinobots.
Oh, I know. I actually think I had something like that as well.
I'm trying to find the exact one I had, but I can't really find it. But because it was like a, because I got it like, of course, when I was a kid, and it was just the coolest thing ever. And I remember I broke it and I cried for hours.
And this was a few years ago.
You know what? Fuck you, Tier.
all right, time to go back to my top 100 dinosaurs.
so I just sent in general chat. I did not have this toy. It is the mobile command center from Jurassic Park Lost World.
Okay.
That 2-part trailer with the accordion part in the middle. I did not have this. But what I did have was a mother that bought Capri Suns for my lunch. So what I would do is once we had 2 empty boxes from the Capri Sun, I would take it and I would make it into the trailer using duct tape to make the middle bit, and then I would use my toys and play with it. And I loved that. I legitimately, this just popped into my head. I did not remember this. Like this wasn't something that like I always think about, and like that's really cool that I could think about that real quick. But I wanted this fucking toy so goddamn bad.
So you made like a makeshift version of the toy?
Yes, because we were poor, and I also don't know when this toy came out, but I knew about it.
I love that. I love little creative things like that, actually.
Like it wasn't a great toy. Like it wasn't like I didn't do a good job.
But it's just the fact that you're like a kid
yeah.
using your imagination and creativity.
Yeah, like I guess I saw something. I knew about this toy. I don't remember how because 1997 was when that movie came out, and I don't know when this toy was released.
Probably. I'd say probably around the time the movie came out.
I want to see. I want to find out because I knew about this toy, and it feels like I shouldn't have. I'm doing research right now.
Okay.
On dinosaurs or
on that toy. It was released in 97.
You would have been like 4?
4. I was 4 years old. I mean, that's old enough to like be cognizant of shit, and I do know at that point I had liked Jurassic Park. Like, I have always loved Jurassic Park since I was like a little baby kid. It's like the first movie that I think I can remember watching.
Well, while you figure this out, did anybody just have like shitty dime store dinosaur toys?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
had a
did as
bunch.
well.
I feel like I had more. I think I only had like a few Jurassic Park licensed toys. I didn't really have a lot of those, and I think it's just because the dime store toys were like an option, and
Yeah.
to a little kid, it really doesn't make much of a difference.
I think I had a lot of those. I believe you would get them at the dollar store. They would come in eggs, and you would put them in a jar, and they would just kind of like grow.
I had
Oh,
those
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, the add water
Yeah.
things. Those are cool.
I would say the vast majority of my like toys, like my dinosaur toys, I did have a few Jurassic Park ones, but they were never like any of the big ones, like any of the extravagant, like not character in the movies, but like most expensive, like this is the Christmas gift of the season, whatever type. It was just like $10, maximum like $15 dinosaurs. And then I would say most of my other toys were just super hard plastic,
Yeah.
smelled like pool liner
Like those vinily rubbery
dinosaurs.
things.
Yeah. They look like they've been hand painted by
Yeah.
a child.
Because it probably,
probably
was in a
were.
They
sweatshop.
definitely were. They definitely were. There was a child that wasn't allowed to play with it. That
If they tried to play, they took like a 5-second break to just go like, "Rawr," they get their hands cut off immediately.
yeah, this got dark.
Just a little bit. So I had 2 officially licensed Jurassic Park toys as a kid. One of them was it was a figure. I'm pretty sure it was of Alan Grant, and it came with a little pterodactyl. And then I had a Spinosaurus that
Nice.
did not look like the one in the movie. I looked into this. I guess they did 2 Spinosaurus figures for Jurassic Park 3. One of them looks pretty close to the movie. Then they did a smaller one that is clearly based on outdated science, so they probably started making the toys before the movie was in production, which is usually how these things work. So the smaller Spinosaurus figure that I had was based on kind of like an outdated version from however long ago, I don't even know. But yeah, that's and even then the Spinosaurus, I didn't get it new. I forget how I got it, but it was like I got it out of the like loose out of the package.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You want to
Hell
see
yeah.
something that I had?
Yeah, what did you have?
Oh, I
I
found
used
it.
to have this.
Oh my god.
The
What is that?
Aladar Hatcham egg.
I had that. I just realized that this was one thing that I did have that was cool.
Oh shit!
That is pretty cool.
Is
Actually, I think I had that too.
what is
My grandma got me that. It's a Spinosaurus. It has like a chunk of flesh on its side missing, and it's got a cut on its neck. I had
From
that.
Jurassic Park 3.
It is from Jurassic Park 3. My grandma got it for
You can
me.
tell it's from Jurassic Park 3 because it's tattooed on his little butt cheek there.
And,
Oh, little tramp stamp.
Oh yeah.
He's a little slut.
What a dirty, dirty dino.
I almost just exited out of Discord.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not because of what Brandon said, but because I'm dumb.
But that one I sent, the Aladar little when he's a little baby in that egg, that was pretty darn cool, if I had to say so.
Yeah.
What is that from Jurassic Park? What is that?
No, it's from the dinosaur movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I remember that. I didn't have anything like that.
So
It's pretty cool.
I don't know if this is gonna like be like a flex or anything, but did anybody have like does anybody remember Johnny Thunder from the Lego line?
No.
No,
That
Okay.
sounds like a porn star.
it does
It kind
actually.
of does.
Well, he's kind of like Lego's version of Indiana Jones, and they did like different lines with this character. Like the first
You
line was,
tussle. I gotta. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt and say you tussle with Johnny Thunder and you get the.
so the first line was like an Egyptian themed, and then they did one that's like in the Aztec jungle. The third line of Johnny Thunder sets were kind of like a something to do with dinosaurs. Like they found an island with dinosaurs, and it was clearly very kind of like Jurassic Park inspired in a lot of ways. More so the second movie, I think. But I believe this was like the first time Lego did dinosaur figures, and I had at least one of these sets that came with a T-Rex and a Triceratops. So I guess nobody else had these.
Is it like Lego
No.
Dino Island Adventures or something?
Are you looking it up?
I actually
I
just
am.
stumbled
I'm-
upon it.
That might be it. Is it Johnny Thunder?
I'm seeing that Johnny was also an R&B singer as well. From 1963, he had a hit "Loop to Loop."
Is
Are
this?
you looking up-
Is this what you're talking about?
Let me see here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's so random, but I had the green
That
dinosaur.
one you just posted, that's the one that I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the exact one that I had.
I actually did not have a lot of Legos as a kid, especially
I did either.
sets. I especially sets. I did not have sets.
Yeah, that's what I almost felt like it might come off as a flex because I'm learning that Legos were like a bit pricey even back in the day.
Oh yeah, they've always been expensive.
Yeah.
What I had though is a lot of Play-Doh,
Yes, me too.
Yeah, me too.
and
Play-Doh
it tasted terrible.
God damn it.
smells
But
good
you
though.
can sculpt some cool stuff out of it. It does smell good.
Yeah.
Okay. Who of us made their own Play-Doh a lot?
How do you by like mashing the colors together, or
No. From scratch Play-Doh.
Um,
It's literally I might be wrong, but it's like 1 part salt, 1 part flour, 1 part water.
yeah, I think I tried doing that at least once before.
I might not be full. That the recipe might be a little bit different, but I believe like if you do 1 part salt, 1 part flour, 1 part water, the amount of salt makes sure that it doesn't mold, and then the water's just for moisture to be malleable.
I used
Now
to
I
have
have to Google
Godzilla,
it.
like the actual Godzilla toys too.
Yeah. So I mean, technically, Godzilla, the original Godzilla, at least, is a dinosaur. He's like a radioactive mutated dinosaur, but he is a dinosaur. The American remake version from, was that 98? That one is actually not a dinosaur. That's a mutated iguana.
You're a mutated iguana.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore.
Yeah, who's a mutated iguana now, bitch?
Anyway, we can talk about Godzilla toys. It seems relevant enough.
Looks like a dinosaur.
Close enough.
My only Godzilla toys were of the 1998 Godzilla.
Yeah, because I'm like not a fake fan, I actually had a lot of Godzilla toys based on the other movies, the actual Japanese ones.
is it that you aren't a fake fan, or that you had money?
Both. I'm just winning
What a piece
on
of
everything.
Whatever.
Because the first Godzilla I watched was like Godzilla 2000, I think.
Oh
So the
yeah,
good one?
yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's the one. But my mom got it for me, and she also got me a Godzilla toy the same day. So that's how I remember it.
Yeah, I know Godzilla 2000 was very confusing when it came out because mainstream people knew the Matthew Broderick movie, and then they thought that Godzilla 2000 was supposed to be a sequel, but it's not. It's just part of the Japanese thing.
Oh,
So, that caused some confusion.
oh, The classic toy, Rex
Rex.
from
Rex?
Toy Story.
Rex?
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Oh.
Sure. I had a Rex toy.
Yeah,
I had a lot of
didn't.
Toy Story toys.
well,
Not the
Rex was my
brag.
favorite.
I wasn't a Toy Story kid. I didn't really like that game or that show movie. Goddamn, my brain's broken.
Gang show movie, whatever it is.
I'm elderly. Sorry.
Yeah, I was very Toy Story obsessed for a hot minute. My favorite character was Mr. Potato Head, though.
If I had to have a favorite character in Toy Story, it would be the fishing hook with the legs because that's a hooker.
Mine would be the Slinky Dog.
Never.
Mine was Rex. That's why I had Rex.
You fucking nerd.
Nice. So clearly we had a lot of different dinosaur toys. More than I was thinking we would be talking about. Awesome.
Yeah, I was a dinosaur kid. Like I just because after I saw or actually no, the Jurassic Park wasn't even the first dinosaur movie. It was The Land Before Time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Land Before Time for me too, as well. I believe.
Yeah, that movie made me cry a lot.
Pussy.
Yeah, because it's fucking sad.
Yeah, you just see Littlefoot's mom die, and you're like, what the hell? They get all these little baby dinosaurs get caught up in a big ass earthquake. You're like, what the hell? They gotta travel to get to the great beyond, I think.
Wow. I haven't watched this movie in a very long time, actually.
I haven't either.
Yeah. It might be a hot take. Like, it's not a. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I was never like a huge fan or anything.
I absolutely loved the Land Before Time movies.
Okay.
I didn't watch all of them. I would say the first three. I definitely saw as a kid. I think I saw some of the later ones, but I cannot say for sure.
Right. I think it's impossible to watch all of them because human beings don't really live that long.
There are 14 of them. The last one came out in 2016.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
You know,
I mean, it sounds like they stopped making them, so maybe we can get the rights.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Reba McEntire was in the last one, so it's going places. I don't think we could afford the rights.
And she's a dinosaur too.
Fuck you. No, she's. I quit. Fuck you guys.
Because I had up until what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She's a
7,
working
8.
mom.
I had 8 of these damn movies. Damn, that's a lot.
Did anybody have the Pizza Hut toys from Land Before Time?
I don't
That's
remember.
Good.
They were like
I
think
might
they're
have
like
to look
they're
these
kind of
up.
like the from the Disney dinosaur movie. Those like rubber puppets, same kind of like those like vinyl rubber puppets, but they were the Land Before Time characters. And
Let me
I don't
see.
think I did.
I see why that movie was so sad.
why?
Land
Oh my
Before Time was made by Don Bluth.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I just learned that.
Yeah, he is. I guess he is kind of the master of making some sad ass shit for kids.
Traumatizing children.
Who the
Yay.
fuck is Don Bluth?
I'm
Why?
seeing these toys, Tiernan.
Yeah.
Okay,
and-
I know who that is.
I had the Spike one.
I actually don't know
I
if
did
I
have one of these.
I don't know if I had any of the Pizza Hut ones or not, but I do remember them. And God, there's just something fun about these like vinyl-y rubber puppets. I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I'm almost 100% sure I did not have one of those. Because if they were like puppets, I know the only puppets I had were the dinosaurs puppets.
Well, I guess I should rephrase. My grandma had it, and she gave it to me because I don't think they were released while I was alive.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what year those. When did the first Land Before Time come out?
1988.
It came out in the
Yeah,
80s.
so it's probably around there.
Yeah.
I-
So the timeline of releases: 1988, 1994,
we don't have to.
1995,
We don't have to
96,
do
7.
this. I don't know if that's important.
So
From 4
Tiernan was
to
born 20 years before the first movie came out.
Tiernan,
Fuck
what year
off.
were you born?
I was born 91.
God, you're so fucking old.
God damn.
Yeah, you old fuck.
I was
Our-
born in
what-
1998.
I was born in 1993. I'm a spry chicken.
I was born today.
You sound dumb enough to be.
Oh, yeah, it looks like those toys were released in '88, so that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Pizza Hut
Yeah, 'cause-
did promotional stuff for a hot minute, and then they just stopped. No more fun. Fun's not allowed
That's 'cause
anymore.
your pizza sucks.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
their pizza does kind of suck.
Their pizza really does fucking suck. Tiernan's like, it's my favorite pizza.
It's not actually. My favorite pizza is Donato's.
Oh hell yeah!
I like Donato's, but I prefer Casanos.
What?
Never had it.
There's their own. Okay, so there is a Casanos in Trenton, and then there's a couple other ones up near Dayton.
So how would we get there from your house?
From my house,
Yeah.
if you if you drove up Main Street into Hamilton,
Oh my God.
towards Route 4, then you take Route 4 up to Trenton and go into Trenton.
Sorry, I'm kind of lost. What is the address to your house that I'm going to start at?
My address is here. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right address.
Okay, so we had a good deal of dinosaur toys. Here's an interesting thing. Let's talk about dinosaur movies outside of Jurassic Park. Can we think of anything? Because I feel like dinosaur
Like just
movies. Yeah, I feel like dinosaur movies
Okay.
have not, since Jurassic Park, they haven't like really branched out much. It's like we kind of get stuck on that one franchise.
It is weird. I can't really think of a lot.
Yeah. I'll say, because I'm like an old movie buff, I like to watch old shit.
They're just old.
Fuck you. I
You
don't
know
know.
what? The new King Kong films.
Oh, you know what? Well, the Peter Jackson one had dinosaurs. Technically, the other ones don't.
I think
The
one of the-
legendary ones.
Okay,
Kong versus
Okay.
Godzilla has.
wait. I got a couple dinosaur movies
Okay.
that I have seen or I liked as a kid.
Yeah.
So Prehysteria.
Oh, that's the one with the little tiny dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. A young boy finds some mysterious eggs which hatch in his family's basement to reveal a brood of baby dinosaurs. The boy and his family must protect the small creatures as the evil archaeologist wants them for himself. I remember this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was I loved this movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and I want to watch it now.
I'm not going to say recently, but fairly recently, I rewatched it, and it's cute.
Really?
Yeah, it's a cute little movie. I mean, it's dumb, but cute. And the stop motion for the dinosaurs is pretty decent.
So there's another movie that I think I've watched completely, and I think it's like basically like this woman falls either wants to protect this dinosaur or kind of like falls in love with it, and it's Tammy and the T-Rex.
Oh, you saw that movie?
Yes. Yes.
seen that
A
movie.
teen learns that a scientist implanted her dead boyfriend's brain into an animatronic dinosaur.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen this fucking movie. I watched it when I was like 11, I think. I've seen this movie and it's so fucking weird. Like all I can remember was a scene where the dinosaur eats somebody and it's like kind of like gruesome.
Yeah.
But I can't remember much from it. But I just literally just had to search 90s dinosaur movies to try and find it.
Yeah. Apparently, the filmmakers had they just had an animatronic T-Rex, and they're like, we got to
Yeah.
use this for something before we lose it, basically. So
I
that
mean-
movie was written around, we just have the T-Rex. What can we do with it?
Yeah. Well, and I love that like they even like put the fact that it's an animatronic in the fucking movie too. So like that's a great way to like get over that hump.
They didn't really need to do that, though, did they? I mean,
No, they probably could have just gotten away with saying it's an actual dinosaur.
yeah, I mean,
But I guess the premise of the movie needed it to be something that wasn't exactly. Oh shit, I think it's oh my god, I can watch this movie. It's on Peacock.
It is. That's how I watched it.
you watched this.
All right. Watch a long time.
I think we could do that as like a commentary at some point.
That might be fun, actually.
Maybe not as this just a straight up podcast.
Yeah. Did anybody ever watch the Super Mario Brothers movie?
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
but-
know about it.
I only remember bits and pieces, and I remember that the Koopas looked insane.
Yeah, this movie. I kind of forget that this is a dinosaur movie sometimes until it just hits me. But I watched that movie a lot when I was a kid. I was obsessed with it, actually.
Wait, what movie?
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
The 1993 one.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I've seen it, but it was when I was more than likely a kid, so I don't really remember it.
Well, look at President Koopa, and you won't be sad.
That's the one. Isn't that the one that has like the crazy face?
Who?
Of a very, very small head.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon or someone, you should put a picture of it in the chat.
I'm gonna also post this in chat. Just see if anybody remembers it.
Oh no! Oh, dinosaur rap.
The Trevor Moore classic.
Well, I do remember that. I'm not going to play it right now, but I remember that.
Nope, play
I
it
was
in
thinking
its
about
entirety.
playing it, but it opened in Internet Explorer and an ad started, so now I'm gonna go kill myself.
Cool.
But there's one that I just remembered. We're Back, A Dinosaur Story.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember it.
Oh, I have seen this as well.
That was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Didn't that one have like a villain that like he had like a screw in his eye or something weird?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's
And
that's the main thing I remember from that movie.
Yeah, his name is Professor Screwwise or Screw Eyes.
oh yeah, because the main thing that I remember is the main dinosaur Rex is John Goodman.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
Well, how fun.
yeah. It's kind of weird because I watched Roseanne when I was a kid too. Apparently, and that's how.
Oh, I love Roseanne.
Yeah.
Not now though.
Well,
The
not
person.
Yeah, I don't
the-
love her as a
The
human
show-
being right now.
No, yeah, not her as a person. It's the TV show.
The TV show is very nostalgic, and I still
Yeah.
love it. But her as a person, I find
I'll
to
just
be
like,
unpalatable.
yeah, I will say, as a person that generally does not like sitcoms very much, I think Roseanne was a very good show for its time.
It's because it was
Definitely.
like I am passionate about the show Roseanne, and I will say the reason it was so good is that it was like the first sitcom to do like as real as a television show will get to a real family,
Yeah,
like and still being a comedic thing.
yeah,
And because they weren't the everything is like they like I mean every episode it was like mostly everything was okay at the end,
yeah.
but the story progressed, time progressed, and I don't know, it was just it's really good. I
Yeah.
want to rewatch some episodes now.
Yeah. So I was talking about Super Mario. Just to get back on the dino topic here. The Super Mario Brothers movie. An interesting thing about that is that that was my introduction to Mario, like in general.
My God.
Like I found out about the video game much later, and then it took my brain a little bit to like put the pieces together, and I was like, wait a minute, is that what that movie was based on?
Good job, Tiernan.
To be fair, at the time, the lore wasn't exactly great, so they didn't really have much to base the film
Yeah.
on.
Considering what they're adapting, I'm going to say they didn't do a horrible job. I probably, if given the job, would have taken some different approaches. Like, just if in terms of taking the source material, I probably would have made it a little more bright and colorful instead of this very dark, gritty movie. But viewing it not as an adaptation, just as it's a separate thing, I prefer the dark, gritty movie. I don't give a shit when anyone says I fucking love that movie.
It's a good, bad movie.
I think it's a good movie that's like really good.
I
Slap
have
that
never
on the
seen
fucking
it.
box. Good movie that's really good. Tiernan Walkman.
For the next release of this movie, when it gets a 4K Blu-ray release. I think it's a good movie that's really good. Tiernan Lockman.
Hell yeah. But I have a funny story, actually, because the old, really old, I think it's like, it's just called The Lost World.
The Lost World. There's a few different. Which there's a few different movies with that title. Which one are you talking about?
The one that came out in the 1925, the silent one.
Oh, did you see that movie?
Oh, if not by choice,
What? Oh,
I went to the library and with my mom as a kid.
okay.
I was looking at the movies because fuck reading when you're a kid.
Right.
But
You knew how to read?
barely. Oh, the story will prove it. I was looking at the movies and I just saw The Lost World, and I was like, oh, that's the new, or not the new, but the other Jurassic Park movie, The Lost World of Jurassic Park. We got it, and I went home and I put it in, and I'm just like, what the hell is this shit? And this isn't Jurassic Park at all.
Nope, it sure isn't.
And it was, yeah, I didn't actually watch it, but it was a funny story how I accidentally got the movie.
You know what? We should do a commentary of that movie because it's public domain.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, I ended up cutting this segment out of the last podcast because a lot of the audio was screwed up, so I just kind of cut certain things out. But we did talk about this movie in the Marvel episode. Do you guys remember me telling you about it?
I don't think I do right off.
I was talking about, I don't know how we got on the subject, but I was talking about how sometimes older movies have dated elements that can be a little uncomfortable if you're not expecting it or you're not used to watching those kinds of things. Basically, I was talking about how there is a character in that movie who is a white man in blackface.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, what movie?
The Lost World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Derek picked it.
Is that why you picked it, Derek?
No, I was like a kid. I didn't even know.
Yeah, sure, Derek.
So yeah, and if anyone's not familiar with The Lost World, it is a silent movie. It's a silent era film. Personally, I think it's a fantastic film, despite the blackface. That part's not great. Could do without that, but it is the first feature-length dinosaur movie. It has some pretty cool stop-motion effects. This is actually like the first time where like proper stop-motion puppets were made for a dinosaur movie. Like like clay dinosaurs were made for like shorter films before this, but these were like like metal armatures with like rubber skin and everything. While Derek did not care for it as a child, let me just say it's a very important film to the world of dinosaur movies.
Yeah, it's from what I was looking at, it's like probably one of the top three.
And it's funny. There's actually been several remakes of that movie since the original. So it's just funny that you could have like rented. There's like a '90s version, but you didn't get the '90s one. You probably would have been better with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I remember that vividly. I was just like, "What the hell? Like, what is this piece of shit?"
I really think we should consider. I think it'd be fun to just like every now and then do like a public domain movie commentary that we can just watch together. I think that'd be fun. So maybe, maybe this can be like our first pick since it's coming up. It seems to keep, even though I cut it out of the last episode, it keeps coming up in our conversations. The 1925 Lost World. The stop motion effects were supervised by a man named Willis O'Brien, who would actually later go on to do the stop motion and visual effects for another pretty important dinosaur movie. Do we want to take a guess what it was?
The King Kong.
Did you look it up?
The pterodactyl porn.
Yes, Willis O'Brien worked on the weird, creepy pterodactyl porn that you showed us one night, and that definitely didn't leave any scars. No, it was King Kong, the original King Kong from 1935, I believe, which is
Good God.
probably one of the most significant dinosaur-related films. I feel weird calling it a dinosaur movie because the main creature is a gorilla, but there's a bunch of dinosaurs in it. There's a T-Rex, Stegosaurus, some other ones. Good shit.
Some other one.
Yeah.
Some other one.
I like those other ones.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever seen. I have not seen the original King Kong.
You know
I've
what?
seen like probably bits and pieces of it from like other media talking about it.
It might be a fun one to watch together. Maybe we can do like a movie. That one's not public domain, so we can't do like what I was saying unless it's, I guess, like a exclusive Patreon thing or whatever, which we're not currently doing that. But even it would be
And
maybe
then we
fun
can
to
do 3 episodes a month.
Ooh.
We can do 75 episodes a month.
I don't know about that.
We can just constantly be recording.
It's a bit too much. But yeah, the original King Kong is one of my favorite movies, like in general. Like I'd probably put it in my top 10 favorite movies. So I'm a fan, and I feel like like if we're watching it together, you guys might have fun watching it as well. The dated elements in that film aren't quite as bad as The Lost World. There are still some things that modern audiences kind of frown at a little bit.
They are still super racist.
Moving on from King Kong, I would also like to talk about the films of Ray Harryhausen. Does that name mean anything to anyone?
I know that name. I don't know much about him.
Yeah,
Sounds hairy.
So he was another stop motion animator. He was actually kind of trained by Willis O'Brien, who worked on those other movies we just talked about. Basically, Ray Harryhausen saw the original King Kong when he was like 13, I think, and it like blew his mind. It was like one of those experiences where he wasn't the same person when he left the theater. And
you know what?
What?
He worked on Beverly Hills Cop 3. I think he's a stand-up guy.
What?
I would have maybe, went with Clash of the Titans, but
What?
I guess that was definitely an option too.
What did he do on Beverly Hill Cops 3?
I have no clue, but I searched his name, and under the movies that he's worked on, American animator. Apparently, there is some sort of animated sequence in Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I've never heard anything about this before, and I am a huge Ray Harryhausen fan. I'm gonna have to investigate. Apparently,
I'm not seeing it.
I
Where are you getting this information?
yeah, yeah. I have so many questions.
I
Now.
literally just Googled. I will put what I Googled in the chat. Ray Harryhausen movies. I Googled that, and then it lists like all of his movies. You can fucking bring them up.
Dan, all that's not a link. Whatever you put.
I know. It's just what I Googled. You can Google it.
He played
okay. So I have to copy
art
this.
patron.
You're giving me work to do. All right, got it. Okay, copy.
He made a cameo in the film. He didn't like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry to sidetrack.
it's I mean it's certainly interesting. Okay, so it makes sense that maybe he would have done a cameo, I guess. But what he is known for is doing stop motion creature effects for films, which as a kid, whenever I saw like a movie that had like stop motion special effects, like not a full animated movie, but like a live action movie, but then here's a monster, but it's stop motion. That was always like very interesting to me, just the visual aesthetic of it. There was a few of his films that I saw at a very young age, one of which was Clash of the Titans, which is also one of my top 10 favorite movies. But figured Harryhausen was important to at least talk about a little bit because several of the films he worked on did feature dinosaurs. And I feel like he was a big part in kind of creating a connection between stop motion and dinosaurs. Like, which
Yeah.
I don't know if that means much like mainstream audiences, but I guess like to a certain group of people, stop motion and dinosaurs just go together. Kind of like how like Christmas and stop motion go together because of Rankin Bass. So
Yeah.
yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie Bad.
Yeah.
Yep, that's definitely what he said.
Frankie.
Frankie
He said
Muniz.
Franklin and Bash.
Anyway, and my favorite Ray Harryhausen movie that has dinosaurs in it is 1 Million Years BC, which is, to me, like a masterpiece of atmosphere. It's not scientifically accurate. It's more fantasy than anything, but it takes place in the age of cavemen, where they also live with dinosaurs. Again, not scientifically accurate. But there's cavemen and dinosaurs and other weird creatures. There's like something haunting about this movie. That's kind of like why this one's one of my favorites of his. Like almost any scene where there are creatures fighting or attacking or whatever, there's no music. It's almost like the entire soundtrack is just wind howling and the sound of these creatures growling and snarling. And I don't know, it's just really cool. It's like a very haunting quality. And then the fact that it's supposed to take place millions of years ago.
So, you said that humans or cavemen being around with dinosaurs wasn't historically accurate.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that God made dinosaurs and humans lived together 8,000 years ago.
You know what? Completely forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm such a goober.
Yeah, so, maybe don't be sacrilegious.
Okay.
Oh, I just found a movie I watched as a kid that
Yeah.
traumatized me with dinosaurs.
Oh, I love some good childhood trauma. Please tell me about it.
Oh, it's called Carnosaur.
Oh, you saw Carnosaur?
Yes.
That name rings a bell.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
You know what? I'm
Bad in a
gonna
good way,
defend it a
or-
little bit. It was a very low budget movie that was trying to kind of compete with Jurassic Park at the time.
Yes.
So
It had a different take, which was clever-ish.
yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just it suffers because of the budget a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you really look into kind of like what they were able to pull off with the budget,
I
yeah,
I'm watching the trailer right now.
yeah,
I've never seen this, I think.
yeah.
I've never
Oh.
seen this.
It's it's a good B movie. We'll put it like that. It is a B movie.
Yeah.
It's not like a Hollywood blockbuster. It is very cheesy, but for a B movie, I think it was very ambitious. Technically, it's based on a book that predates Jurassic Park, but
Really?
yeah, but I think they changed a lot. I haven't read the book. I would like to at some point, but I think they just kind of realized, okay, we don't have the budget to do the book exactly, so they changed a lot of stuff. They also did a Carnosaur 2 and 3, which are not,
Yeah.
I'm going to say are not as good as the first movie. Take that as you will.
Yes.
But they're all at least cheesy fun.
Yeah, because it only traumatized me because I was like, wait, so women can birth eggs?
Yeah, there's some fucked up shit in Carnosaur, I'll say that. It's also
Oh yeah.
It's also like, okay, so for those of us that are familiar with the Jurassic Park book, we might know it's a lot gorier than the movie eventually ended up being. Well, it's kind of like Carnosaur took the approach of like, we're the low budget B movie version, so we're gonna keep all that gore intact. We're just gonna be a nasty, gnarly movie.
For only $8.99, you can get the Kindle version of Carnosaur.
You know what? I would love to get a paperback version, ideally, but I'm not opposed.
You can get that for $16.19. You can get a mass market paperback, which looks to be printed in 1993, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
for $39.
Ooh, that's well. You know what? I am kind of a nerd who collects books, so I might justify that at some point. Not right now, but maybe at some point.
In terms of cast, it looks like it's only got one person in there that I know from other stuff.
Who is it?
Well, is it
Clint Howard.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah! I knew you were going to
I
say
just
that.
saw that. I was just about to say that.
That weird guy that's in a lot of movies.
He was in Terrifier 3 recently.
Yeah.
He was.
He's
And
had 257 roles.
Holy shit. Sorry, I just noticed who that was, yeah.
Whenever I see Clint Howard in a movie, I get a little happier. I'm just like, oh, this is a good movie now. Hell yeah.
Oh, the level of this movie just went up. Oh my gosh, he was on the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, he's the brother of the kid from the Andy Griffith Show.
Is he?
Wait.
Yes, Ron Howard. He's Ron Howard's brother.
That's crazy.
Oh, I mean Howard, yeah.
Yeah. And both Clint and Ron Howard originally worked with Roger Corman, who's a producer of Carnosaur. So they both have history with Roger Corman, but whereas Ron Howard kind of went on in the more mainstream stuff, Clint Howard, the superior Howard, stayed into the B-movie territory.
The superior Howard.
Yeah.
I believe that is actually supposed to be Bryce. Dallas. Howard is the one that is the top of the Howard list.
I don't even know
Hey,
who
Brandon,
that is.
what was her name?
Fuck you. Bryce Dallas Howard. She's in Jurassic World, I think.
Yeah, she's
the girl.
Yeah.
the girl.
The girl.
That one Goyle.
I think she was also in one of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, she was in the
Because
third one.
Eric mentioned her as a chick he would like to bang.
I'm so glad we're not doing
In the
the
last
bang thing in
episode.
this episode. Let's not bring it up.
All
We
right.
can't. Who wants?
Well,
what dinosaurs
we
do
just-
you want to bang?
Okay.
I got sidetracked. I was looking at Clint Howard and other actors like popped up on the side, and one of them was Denise Richards, and then all I could think was Starship Troopers.
How
and now
exciting.
I want to watch Starship Troopers.
I watched that recently. That was still a good watch.
So
I'll probably have to
who
get to
here has seen the Dinosaurs TV show?
I've seen clips of it.
that. Like
I
the
watched
family?
it as a kid, but I don't remember most of it.
Was anybody else traumatized by it at one point?
Yeah, the dad looks terrifying.
Yeah.
And the baby, like, oh my god, that thing's annoying.
Hey, that looks just like my child.
I was a little traumatized by the ending of it because of the whole they went extinct because of the Ice Age.
Yeah, that was an interesting way to end a show. But it's kind of fitting because that show was filled with a lot of like social commentary and wasn't really afraid to tackle certain issues.
I think there was a episode like racism episode.
Probably.
Those were big back in the 90s.
They're
was-
still big today. All sitcoms.
It was very like metaphorical, but there was an episode that was totally about homosexuality.
There's always an episode about homosexuals.
Yeah. But this one was like they were using herbivores as a metaphor for gays.
Not that there's nothing wrong with being a herbivore.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, so it's equating eating grass with eating ass.
So, you know what episode really traumatized me, and I don't know if I've seen this episode recently. I definitely saw it when I was a kid, and I don't even know if it was real or if I just made it up. But there's definitely an episode that I remember where the dad was like turning into a tree.
I guess you could say he was turning into a tree rex.
Oh my god.
I think that we could stop recording now.
Oh, wait, sorry. I guess you could say he was turning into a tree rex.
God damn it!
Okay.
Okay, so nobody remembers this episode.
No.
I think it was called If I Were a Tree.
Are you looking
I don't
it up?
remember that episode.
I looked it up, yeah.
Okay. I remember it's really scary because one, you already have these uncanny, creepy dinosaur puppets, but then there's just something about like turning into a tree that scares the hell out of me. Turning into a thing that can't move around and is just stuck in the same spot is like traumatizing for me. I don't know if I had an experience or something, but that shit really fucks with me. Damn, it got quiet.
We're all
What's with you?
contemplating what life would be like as a tree.
Well, I think being a tree is fine. It's just being a sentient animal that can move around and then all of a sudden now you're a tree. That's just shit.
I mean, it could be cool.
Well, you could probably get bird shit on you, but
That's just life, though.
yeah.
Did any of you guys watch the Dinotopia show miniseries thing?
No.
So I remember, I don't think I like fully watched all of it, but I watched some of it. I remember that it's like people that definitely do not look like teenagers but are supposed to be teenage half brothers are with their father, and their father is flying a plane and he dies of a heart attack and crashes the plane into the ocean. And they wash up
Typical.
on an island that has people and like human intelligent speaking dinosaurs, like dinosaurs as smart as people, or if not smarter, that can talk. All living in like a utopian society, and there's like an evil human that is trying to steal, like, I think it's an energy source that keeps everything there alive, I guess. I don't know. It's so weird. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I loved it when I first watched it. Like what I did watch. I really want to get back into it. I want to watch it again, but I've tried my hardest, and it's just such bad acting.
Are you aware it's a book series? Did you mention that?
I actually kind of just a little bit ago found out that there were books.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something you can look into. I also
I might-
have. I was gonna say I also have some Dinotopia trading cards that I just have in my card book that I just picked up because I thought they were cool and I didn't really know anything about what they were from.
Isn't being basically probably autistic fun?
Depends on the day.
Also, I don't think Tiernan is a probably. I think he actually has been told that he has it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I'm diagnosed.
He isn't
Oh,
a
good for
pretender
you.
like you.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have autism. I hope I
I
don't.
do.
I believe Derek does as well. I
Well,
just have
look at you.
ADHD.
I have
Yay!
something. I have
I have
something
that
wrong
too.
with me.
Speaking of books, I don't know if there's like other. I know we talked a bit about Jurassic Park already, but like, are there dinosaur books that are worth talking about right now? Anything we want to highlight?
I the only one I read was the Jurassic Parks.
Did you
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah, it was different. Well, at least the first book is different from the first movie by like a long shot.
It's like the John Hammond character is significantly different.
Yeah, and
He's
except
like,
like they keep it some stuff the same, but besides like near the end.
mhm.
Did you read the second Jurassic Park book?
I did.
I didn't. I have it. I just haven't gotten around to
You
it.
you should read it because in my opinion, I think the second book is better than the first.
Really.
Yes. I like it better, but mainly because I really liked the second Jurassic Park movie. And I think it's better. I wish they would have been truer to the book for the movie. Because I really liked the book. There was another kid with Malcolm's daughter on the island. And I don't know the dynamic of the kids and all the other stuff, and it just made it a better book.
I've only read the second book, I think, one time so far, and I don't remember it as well. I've read the first book at least twice.
I think I've read both, two maybe three times.
Okay. I do personally, I like the first book better.
I did still like the first book. I liked the second one better.
Yeah. I
No, I
enjoyed both of
wanna
them. I will say that. I enjoyed both.
I wanna reread them again. I haven't read them in a while.
So I've read those. I've also read, we're going to return to this, Derek's favorite. I've read The Lost World.
Like the original
Yeah.
Lost World.
Yeah, the book that the 1925 movie is based on.
Ugh.
We're going to watch that movie, Derek, and you're going to watch it with us.
So, has anyone seen Land of the Lost?
Are you talking about the TV show or the movie?
I've seen the movie, but I've heard of the TV show.
Okay. I guess there's two versions of the TV show. There's the 70s version and then there's a 90s version. I've seen some of the 70s version and very much enjoy it for what it is. Were you going
It
to talk
looked
about?
very cheesy but fun.
Yeah, it is cheesy and fun. And it has stop motion dinosaurs, which is pretty ambitious for a TV show.
Oh god, yeah, that must have taken so much more time to film.
Oh yeah. Were you going to talk about the movie though?
I was just looking at films that had.
Oh, you have no personal
dinosaurs in
connection
them.
to anything you're talking about. You're just trying to.
I've seen. I think I've seen Land of the Lost once or twice, but I don't remember it well enough.
Okay, we're talking about the Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah,
Hot take time. I know that movie is pretty well hated by a lot of people. I think it's fun. I have a good giggle when I watch it.
I've never seen it.
I mean, it's stupid, sure. I'm not like ignorant of that. It's a dumb movie, and it's not a good adaptation of the source material at all. I don't even know how they took the source material and made that movie, but either way, it's kind of what I like to call an adaptation. Where they get the rights to do something, but then they just make a whatever the fuck they feel like, which some usually leads to terrible movies and stuff, but it can also lead to good stuff.
it's at least a fun move to be like, yeah, you know what? Let's just do something different.
Yeah, it's kind of like they just had the rights to this thing that probably at the time there wasn't a lot of interest. I'm sure there were some people nostalgic for the show, but it probably wasn't going to be a big money maker either way. So maybe they just thought, let's not have kids in it. Let's just have it be adults. Have some adult humor. And it's just a dumb comedy, but you know what? I like it.
I feel like that was the only way that this film was ever going to get made.
Possibly, because Hollywood just does this thing. They just get the rights to whatever they can. And like, we have the rights to this. Make a movie now. It's like they don't really care one way or the other if there's an audience or whatever. I don't understand anything Hollywood does.
And now they're trying to move to AI.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
If that pulls through, I'm done. As of now, I will occasionally go to the movies and pay for a movie, but I will never pay money to watch a piece of shit made by AI. They producers have completely lost the plot if they think that's gonna work.
I'm not excited about the future of like television and movies because it's just gonna get worse and they're just gonna keep doing it and it's gonna get to a point where hopefully enough people won't pay for the shit that they realize that that it's not wanted, but I unfortunately feel like enough people are just gonna pay for it.
We were talking about literature though. So has anybody ever heard of The Land That Time Forgot?
That sounds familiar.
There has been a movie adaptation of it done in the 70s, I think. Might have been
Definitely didn't see that.
Okay, it might have been 60s, but I think it was 70s. But it's based on a book written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, who created Tarzan.
Oh.
He created Tarzan as well as John Carter, which somebody might know that. I don't
By
know.
creating Tarzan, you mean he's the one that left that fucker out there?
Oh,
Yeah, Derek, that's what I meant.
Oh, that asshole.
Yeah.
what a bitch.
But anyway, I think I'm going to say currently Edgar Rice Burroughs is probably my favorite author right now. I haven't read probably even near most of what he's written. He's done quite a few books, but so far everything I have read I've enjoyed very much. He did a trilogy of books, part of the Land That Time Forgot series, that involved these people going to a hidden land inhabited by dinosaurs. That one's kind of interesting because it's like the further you walk into the center of this land, it's kind of like things become more evolved. So it's like there'll be like dinosaurs kind of like you encounter first. Then you start to encounter like primitive cavemen, and if you get to the center, there's like still kind of a barbaric but more advanced civilization. It's interesting. I just wanted to like highlight that one a little bit. I haven't read like a shitload of books about dinosaurs, but whenever I find one, I get very giddy and excited because dinosaurs are super cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been like surfing books on Amazon for like the past 10 minutes, just pulling stuff up and adding it to a list.
I accidentally turned off my computer. So I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
How did you accidentally turn off your
What?
computer?
So the plugs are down by my feet, and I accidentally pulled out the plug.
Oh,
Wait, so why didn't you leave? Why didn't it say you left the chat?
I was wondering that too when I joined. I was just like, huh, I'm still in.
well, all right. Well, glad you're back. We didn't even know you were gone.
Glad you're back. We didn't miss you.
Okay, so we talked a good deal about movies, toys, books, TV shows, even. Anything else you want?
Dinosaur video games.
Right. Has anybody ever played Dino Crisis?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So-
That's like the super old dinosaur hunting game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's by the same people that did Resident Evil, and I guess it's like a very similar. I have not played it, but I've watched some like gameplay footage.
It's like Resident Evil, but worse.
Is
The way that I would describe it.
I like the idea of like this sort of like creepy atmospheric dinosaur horror thing.
It definitely could have been good, but it just they needed to expand more on the idea.
Yeah. If they ever did like a reboot of that game that was maybe more like Resident Evil 4 or something, which I've mentioned. I'm a big Resident Evil 4 fan. Not so much the older games, but yeah, if there was something formatted more like Resident Evil 4 and had the creepy atmosphere, I would be very on board with that.
There's the secret Easter egg dinosaur game when you have no internet.
What?
Oh, on Chrome.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? What is this?
If you're not connected to the internet and you try to go on what Brandon said, Chrome, there's that little dinosaur that says no internet.
Oh.
You can he's a little game. You jump
Oh.
over like little cactuses.
There's a game attached to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You just hit spacebar and then you can just start jumping over cacti.
Yeah.
Okay. I might try that in the future.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Brandon's the one that actually showed me that years ago.
Well, Brandon would know about that. Fucking nerd.
Yeah, I fucking would because I'm the only true gamer here.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not going to claim to be a gamer in the slightest
I'm a
sense.
gamer with a hard G.
What the fuck?
That means I'm smelly.
Oh, okay.
Is there any other video game? I'm not I don't know a lot about that stuff, so.
There's Dino
there's-
Crisis.
Derek, what did
What?
I say earlier?
I don't know.
We were literally
Crisis.
talking about that fucking game earlier.
Or not Dino Crisis, Turok.
Oh, okay, there you
Oh
go.
yeah.
I have heard of that one. Turok's kind of interesting because that's like a character that has like a vast history of I think he's originally in novels and then there was a comic book series. I don't know if there's ever been a movie or not. There should be. It's very interesting.
I don't think there was a movie.
There definitely should be if there's not. It's like a sort of like a badass Native American guy that hunts dinosaurs basically is the gist I'm getting.
Yeah.
There is a 2008 animated movie, it looks like.
Oh yeah, I have
Oh.
heard of that. I've been watching lately a lot of a YouTuber called Dino Diego. I don't know if we are familiar with him or not.
Nope.
Well, he's just a
Never heard
YouTuber
of
that talks about dinosaurs and dinosaur adjacent things. And one of his videos, he was talking about the different incarnations of Turok. So I do remember hearing about the animated version.
I never played Turok. I know of that game. I just sent a link in the chat. I played this game on GameCube at my cousin's house every time I went over there. Or at least, was it GameCube? Was it?
Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
It might not have been this one unless we were playing on a PlayStation 2.
Well,
I remember for some reason playing a Jurassic Park game on GameCube. Maybe I'm mixing something or mixing up stuff. But I remember playing this game a lot. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. It's a park building game. You build different parks. I loved it so fucking much. I think this was no. This wasn't the first builder game that I ever played. That was Roller Coaster Tycoons. But I loved this game. And you could build paddocks and have different dinosaurs and have to keep the people from getting killed by the raptors.
Isn't there a newer Jurassic Park
Yes.
game?
There's two.
Yeah, the Jurassic World Evolutions.
Okay.
I
Are they
have
any good?
both. Yeah, I like them. They're pretty. I like the.
I've mainly played the first one and I really liked it, but I haven't played the second one.
Yeah, they're
Tell
both
me
pretty
on it.
good.
They're really
Okay.
fun if you like management games, kind of like building, managing,
well,
planning, strategy.
if you know me, you know for sure that I do not.
Aaron can't plan his way out of a bag.
You might like
You're
it,
gone.
Brandon, but it's like it's civilization adjacent, if you know what I mean, like Civ 5 adjacent.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows what you mean, Dan.
He does.
Nobody
I
has a
do.
clue what you're talking about. Take your medication.
When you say nobody, do you just mean yourself?
Nobody here. Every time you talk, we're just like, what the fuck is he saying?
Well, that's most people. My Amazon book recommendations are nothing but dinosaur books now.
Did you add the land that time forgot?
No, I went through a whole bunch of different ones and I looked at them. Oh, what the heck? I did that all unsigned or signed out, didn't I? So now my computer. Okay, never mind. Sorry, my recommendations are probably fine.
Well, you should check out the land that time forgot, so that we
I
can
will.
start reading the same things, and then we can have geek out sessions about it.
You should start reading The Time That Land Forgot.
Okay, here's one more thing we can talk about, and then we'll wrap this episode up. I think this might be an interesting thing. Maybe this can be a reoccurring thing, because I've made it clear, not a huge video game enthusiast, and the things that appeal to me are very narrow when it comes to video games. So, here's my challenge for you. Sticking to the theme of dinosaurs, can anybody name a dinosaur-related video game that you think I would not hate?
The Telltale Games Jurassic Park game.
Maybe.
It's a story-driven, like click game. Like you're basically just like
Like a point and
clicking
click?
through.
I
Yeah,
hate
kind
those.
of.
Hate those.
Well, never mind then.
Like I like story.
You can walk around in it, but it's mainly on the rails.
How much shooting and stabbing and punching do you do?
There is some like fighting for your life from dinosaurs.
Yeah, any sick boss battles?
Kind of.
Kind of. This doesn't sound too confident. You're not really selling me on this one.
I mean,
All right.
there's no real bosses, but there's like you have to like get away from the T-Rex a couple times or other dinosaurs. There's
Okay.
no real boss battles.
I don't know.
Elden Ring.
Well, no.
What?
That definitely has dinosaurs in it.
What did
It
you?
has a dinosaur.
What did you say?
Elden Ring.
Okay, well, I know
You
the
do
name.
a lot of stabbing.
I know the name. I don't actually know what that game is though. But according to Derek's reaction, I feel like this is not a good recommendation.
Derek's reaction
Great
was
recommendation.
that he believes that it's going to be too hard for you.
Yeah.
I trust Derek on this one, if you can believe that.
But Derek hasn't beat Arkham on expert mode or whatever the fuck you beat it on.
I didn't beat it on the hardest difficulty, but I got to the final boss, which is
What
still very
game?
impressive for me.
Arkham,
Oh,
was it
Arkham.
Asylum or City or?
It was Arkham Asylum, the first one.
Oh, I've beat that.
But did you beat it on hard mode?
Oh.
He beat it while hard, if that counts.
I know a game you'd like, Tiernan.
Yeah?
It's the King Kong game from the official game of the movie.
You know what? That
Oh
one
god, that old ass game.
that one looked like it might be good for me, but it's also like hard to obtain, isn't it?
Is it?
It's not on Steam. That's what I mean when it I mean
I know a game you would like, Tiernan.
do you?
Yeah, fancyponycollector.com.
Oh my god.
I'm
What
sold.
the fuck is that?
I have no clue. I was just making something up. Please don't go to that. It's probably something weird.
Really? You think that would be weird?
I
Okay.
I don't trust the internet.
It's probably a good call. But yeah, the King Kong game. How do you get it? Like, do you have to buy a physical copy, basically?
Huh, I'm looking it up. It does look kind of hard to get. Weird.
I have to get like an emulator or something.
Yeah, and I have not had luck. I can't figure out the emulators. I cannot. They just don't work for me. I don't know if it's
Give
because
it-
they're like shady or if I'm stupid or a combination.
Probably a combination.
Probably.
Probably the second one.
I know you, Brandon, you sent me a link to download Primal Rage. Images, which is another dinosaur video game we forgot to mention.
Excuse me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I played Primal Rage once before, and I don't know if I even liked the game. I just liked the aesthetic of the game. Thought it looked really
Oh
cool.
man, you would love Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh,
What is that?
It sucks. Don't
Okay.
play it. Those games are
You
terrible.
would-
well, it doesn't suck. It's so
Yes,
hard.
it does. It's a terrible game for babies.
You would hate the Ark game.
Art.
It's like Ark Survival.
Yeah, that game
It's
sucks.
got dinosaurs.
Okay.
I don't know if
don't-
it sucks. I've never actually played it, but there's a lot of like fighting for your life.
I mean, you might like Lego Jurassic World.
You know, I'm not a fan of the Lego games so far. They're kind of like too much puzzle oriented stuff.
You're too much puzzle.
Am I?
I
Yeah.
love puzzles.
What about Far Cry Primal? Do you think he would like that?
Are there dinosaurs?
Oh,
in
that.
Far Cry Primal is
I thought that's just like
Oh,
prehistoric, like saber-toothed
yeah.
tigers and shit.
because those don't count as dinosaurs. Fair.
How in what world would they ever have counted as dinosaurs?
You know, we'll
They're
broaden it a little bit. We'll just say anything paleo related. How about that?
Like the paleo diet?
Well, the
Liver King.
Sure.
well, it has woolly mammoths and like saber-tooth tigers and shit. So I mean, they were
Yeah.
still.
Like technically not dinosaurs, but they dinosaur adjacent, we'll say.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs in spirit.
Dinosaurs named Jason.
Is the Turok remaster out?
Now, I don't know if I would like Turok so much. It's kind of like Doom, isn't it? Sort of like a first person kind of
Yeah. It's not like Doom, but it's first person like Doom.
like,
I do think it is considered a faster first-person shooter, though.
yeah, I don't love first person shooters so much because they make me a little nauseous, especially if they're very fast moving.
He doesn't like the blood as well.
I mean, that's fine.
I was making fun of you.
I know. I got what you were doing.
Apparently, there's this game called Time Carnage. It's a VR and non-VR platforms, but I guess you travel through time and wreak havoc, killing swarms of dinosaurs and other things.
Okay.
That looks pretty interesting. I'm not saying you'd like it. It looks interesting.
Yeah. I have like so many strict qualifications. Like there has to be a story with very cinematic cutscenes, but there also has to be a good amount of action, but not too much action because then it's too hard.
I think you should watch a video of someone playing the Telltale Jurassic Park game before you say no to it, because
Okay.
you might like it because what you just described is similar enough. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You know what? Jedi Fallen Order.
Is that the one you recommended me like a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
or whatever? I did.
It's $6 and it has a Rancor in it.
We can talk about Star Wars later. Technically we did a Star Wars episode already, but that was before you guys joined the podcast. So
We've
that's
always
rude.
been here, Tiernan. Keep up the bit.
Yeah,
Let's do another Star Wars podcast
yeah,
we'll call it War Stars.
because the world needs more podcasts with white men talking about Star Wars.
This one can be Star Wars Episode 2.
That's actually
Attack of the Gerties.
the
Wait,
Dirty
what
Menace.
did you say?
Yeah.
You said the absent of Gertie?
No, the Attack of the Gerties.
Oh.
Because technically we are all her.
Derek, did we
Except
explain
for
this to
Tiernan.
you? Do you even remember what this is about?
Vaguely.
I think Derek split off after we did.
Right. So just the original co-host was my cousin who goes by Gertie.
Yeah.
I am your
And
cousin
she's-
Jody.
She parts of her split off and they grew into Brandon and Dan, and then later you. So,
Oh, wait, why later me? Why
well,
am I
because
the
you weren't
last
in
one?
the creepypasta episode,
Derek was still forming.
right?
You're the part of her that loves sports.
I don't think she likes sports at
She,
all.
re-
Well,
She
yeah,
really
because
doesn't.
you split off from her.
What part of her? I don't know much about who I was.
You're the part of her that wears glasses.
Oh, okay.
Then
Happy
that's
to
it.
do
You didn't
my
get
part.
anything else interesting.
Well, I had to have gotten something else. Like she's pretty.
You got
You got
her
the
big
Star
dick.
Wars autism.
Okay, maybe it's that one because I do like me some Star Wars. Star Wars autism.
And then I got the part that can do cool tattoos.
No, you didn't.
I don't think you did.
We'll never be able to prove otherwise, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got 2 tats from her. She's cool.
This is getting really dumb. Do we want to wrap this episode up? Do we have any
Yes.
closing statements?
Dinosaurs are fucking cool.
Dinosaurs are pretty fucking cool.
Dinosaurs are pretty okay.